Good morning, students. Let us start with the lesson Metallurgy. So, metallurgy relates the science and technology of metals. Generally, metals are present in the native state as well as in the combined state. So, what do you mean by native state? The metals are present in the free state, then you call it as native state. For example, few metals such as silver, gold, platinum are present in the native state. But whereas other metals such as iron, zinc, etc. are present in the oxide state or in the sulfides or in the form of their silicates. So how are these metals extracted? They are extracted by certain metallurgical process. So our aim to learn metallurgical process is to minimize the waste and to maximize the energy efficiency. Now coming to the difference between mineral and ore. What is a mineral? A mineral is a naturally occurring material. It is obtained from mining. It contains a metal either in the free state or in the combined state. But the main difference between the mineral and the ore is in the mineral, the metal is present only in small amounts or in a reasonable percentage. Whereas when you consider an ore, the metal is present in high percentage. So that the metal is conveniently and profitably extracted only from an ore and not from a mineral. So when you consider an example, bauxite and clay. So bauxite has got the formula of Al2O3NH2O and clay has got the formula of Al2O3SiO2 So bauxite is an ore of aluminium and clay is a mineral of aluminium. That is, only from bauxite aluminium can be extracted profitably and economically because bauxite contains high percentage of metal, whereas clay contains only less percentage of the metal or reasonable percentage of the metal. So from clay aluminium cannot be profitably extracted. So in general, when you take up iron is present in 800 minerals, but it can only be extracted from hematite as well as from magnetite. Hematite formula is Fe2O3 and magnetite formula is Fe3O4. So even though it is present in 800 minerals, iron Fe can be extracted only from hematite and from magnetite. So you can conclude that all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. So what do you infer from this? From all the ores, metal can be extracted. So all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. This is a very important 3-mark question, very often asked. Now coming to the next part, there are 3 steps in the extraction of a metal. The first step is concentration of the ore. It's otherwise called as ore dressing. The second part is extraction of the crude metal. And the third part is refining of the crude metal. So let us deal with the first part, that is concentration of the ore. So what is meant by concentration of the ore? So that is, the removal of the gangue particles from the ore is what you call it as concentration of the ore. What do you mean by gangue particles? The non-metallic impurities, the rocky materials, the siliceous matter. What do you mean by siliceous matter? The sand particles. Silica is nothing but sand. So the non-metallic particles, the rocky materials, when they are removed from the ore becomes highly purified. So that is what you call it as concentration of the ore or ore dressing. So the removal of these is called as concentration of the ore. There are several methods of concentration of the ore. That is gravity separation, froth flotation, leaching and electromagnetic separation. Now let us look at one after the other. Under gravity separation, let us take an example of hematite and tinstone. These both are concentrated by gravity separation method. Are you able to understand, students? So now based on the specific gravity, these metals are extracted from their ores. That is, Fe and tin, Sn, are concentrated by the method of gravity separation. What's the principle based on it? The principle is, it is based on the specific gravity. When you take up the ore in the gangue, ore has got high specific gravity, whereas the gangue has got low specific gravity. So the ore which has got high specific gravity, it is finely powdered and treated with running water. So which has got high specific gravity will stay on the top. And the gangue particles will be washed away. I've sent a video for this in the previous week. Just kindly refer the video for gravity separation.